5 ships, 4 submarines and 13 maritime patrol aircraft and helicopters from 10 NATO countries. They're all training together on exercise Dynamic Manta. Set against the dramatic backdrop of Mount Etna off the coast of Sicily, the Alliance describe it as their premier anti-submarine warfare exercise.
Which is a very complex warfare because it has to take into account a lot of factors, like the threat of course, but also temperatures, pressure, salinity. So we have to build up procedures that allows us to be always ready to operate, monitor underwater and be ready to react.
Behind me there are 3 NATO submarines. It's a really rare thing to see them all together. In fact, they've come to the surface to take a group photograph for the exercise, but tracking any one of these for real in the deep sea is no easy task.
Anti-submarine warfare, essentially finding and sinking enemy subs, is done primarily by listening for movement in the water.
Trying to find a submarine in a large ocean is metaphorically a needle in a haystack. So what we do, we use all technologies available to us to try and remove the bits of the haystack we know the submarine can't possibly be in. And that is often intelligence-led initially, so we can discount a lot of space straight away because the submarine can only go so fast.
This exercise is about rehearsing skills, but it's also a show of force. In NATO's words, the chance to demonstrate undersea dominance. But the alliance faces strong challenges from Russia and China. Russia has consistently invested millions in submarine technology and research, and China has gone from 0 submarine capability to building a fleet second only in size to the US. To put that in numbers, Russia has 53 submarines, China has 62, and America has 64. By contrast, the UK has just 9. So how are exercises like Dynamic Manta helping NATO get back in the game?
When the Cold War came to an end, there were many people that believed the Russian submarine force would be less. But in fact, over my entire 30-plus years of being a submariner, I've really never seen any reduction in focus or importance that Russia has put into their submarine force. So I think it's very important for us to continue our focus there. I'm very happy and very confident with the level of investment that we have, but we don't want to take our foot off the gas. Now is not the time for that.
And what better reminder of the importance of keeping the foot to the floor than this? A rare sighting in December of the Russian Kilo-class submarine Krasnodar, surfacing as it was tracked by the Royal Navy in the English Channel. It's part of a 30% increase in Russian vessels threatening UK waters in the past 2 years. NATO has a suite of different skills for hunting enemy subs like Krasnodar. This Italian SH-90 helicopter is using a dipping sonar to detect sound signatures and therefore submarine locations in the water.
What this is a big can, it's about as tall as me, and this gets put into the water to effectively have eyes underwater. And one of the beauties of a dipping sonar is that it can quickly reposition several miles away from where it was before, whereas with a ship you have to physically move and it obviously takes time.
This is a prototype unmanned surface vessel or sea drone. It's being tested on Dynamic Manta, the first time it's been deployed alongside real submarines. Like the helicopter, it has the ability to sonar dip, but it can be launched from much smaller vessels and stay on station for up to 36 hours without refueling. And like aerial drones, USVs can also pose a cost dilemma for the enemy.
It's almost impossible to hit it with a torpedo, and it would be, the cost of a torpedo is like 100 times the cost of a rib, right? And it's uncrewed, so there is nobody on board. And also, it's very flexible because quickly from one point to another. So of course, I think it is the future. Of course, there has to be a balance. You cannot go full on uncrewed, right? Because still behind that there should be a prepared technician, a prepared operator that knows what he's doing.
Out here in the middle of the ocean, the warning from NATO's head of submarines that the alliance can't take its foot off the gas makes sense. Adversaries are investing fast, and the sea is still the ultimate hiding place. Dynamic Manta is a demonstration of NATO intent to deter and deny the enemy and win the undersea fight. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.